Hey, everyone live. Hello, everyone that's now tuned in listening or even watching us on YouTube. Welcome to episode 48 of Stock Talk with Josh and
Adam Karchaff.
Adam. How you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing, Josh?
It's good to see you.
Yeah, long time no see.
I know it's been at least a year since he was a guest on here, right?
He's never been on here.
Yeah, no.
What?
First time
This is
guest.
this
yeah.
is a unique episode.
Oh my God! I can't believe this
Yeah.
is your first time. I could have sworn we did an episode.
No, I think we talked about it, but
We always talked about
we
it.
always talk
Always
about
talk
it.
about
Talked about it.
We make too many plans.
Yep.
Yep.
But now we are now tuned in now. But first, Nico, how you been these past couple weeks?
Not bad.
You had to think about that one.
I would say
On a scale of 1 to 10, how have you been?
ooh, that's a tough one. A 5.
A 5?
A 5.
That's funny. I was gonna say at least like a 7.
No.
I'm gonna say a 6.5 for me. Adam, how about you?
Oh, I'm always at a 10.
Really?
No.
You heard that?
Do we have a fourth guest, or was that alien intervention?
I have no clue what that was.
I think that was the ghost of WJOB.
Got to be something.
Yeah.
But
Whatever. He could be featured on the podcast too.
Yeah. So before we get to our huge list that we have, Nico, is there any stocks that you have bought this past
Yeah,
week or
there
two?
is.
Or some that you got like you
I
thinking about
bought
buying?
more of Southwest Airlines. I sold my Chipotle after it went up way more, so I sold it the wrong time. There's more that I bought. I just forgot. I'll let you know if I think of them.
When AMD went down like a little bit, actually all the semiconductor chips went down
Did
like a couple
they?
days ago, like a little bit. I bought some more AMD, and
That's good. That's a good one.
now I'm in the Taiwan semiconductor.
Are you?
Yeah,
I'd be scared.
yeah, I think.
The stock's overvalued, and there's the whole China-Taiwan situation.
Yeah, but there will be news. I think news came out this past week that Biden will be meeting with China to
Yeah.
somehow solve those.
And I think Taiwan Semiconductor, I think they're still building. They're building a plant in Arizona, so it's supposed to help strengthen the U.S. relations a little bit. So you should be fine. That's like one of the most important companies in the whole sector. So
yeah,
you
but
should be
it's like what I was saying. That meeting with Biden, what he's
Yeah.
gonna have with China this upcoming, I don't know when it's gonna be.
fine. Yeah.
That's gonna be very important. For
It
the
is,
stock.
yeah. Just keep in mind, Warren Buffett sold that stock a couple weeks ago.
So
Well, he's a smart man.
he's not right all the time.
He's
though.
not right all the time. He's wrong frequently, but just saying.
Yeah, but Adam, how about you? How have you been?
What
going to
stocks
stock
have you
market?
bought, Adam?
I haven't bought any stocks recently, but I picked a bunch of stocks and I told Nico about
Yes.
them. He's been saying that they're doing really good. Align in particular. So,
And Nvidia.
Okay.
He picked Nvidia literally like at the bottom, and I said, eh. I said it's like fair value. I wouldn't invest right now. Bam. Next thing you know, a couple months later, it's up like 50% or something.
You
I'm
should
the
listen
next-
to your heart, your gut.
Yeah.
Next Warren Buffett right here,
Yeah.
There you go. But the first big news I want to say is Netflix. So that's McDonald's, but whatever. But Netflix people,
But it creates like excitement.
are you excited? Because I'm not.
I'm not excited. No.
Okay, but let's talk about Netflix. Netflix probably,
The listeners are hungry now.
I know, easily
Hungry
like,
for more content.
and it's Netflix that we're talking about. But Netflix
Hungry for more seasons.
easily like the first streaming services that got popular.
Did you know that
and blew up.
Netflix they just shut down their DVD rental business? So you can't rent DVDs from them anymore.
That's how they started off, yeah.
Yes, right. So you can't do that anymore.
They still had that going on?
Yeah, they just stopped a month ago.
But like you were saying, yeah, they were the first ones to really revolutionize
Take
that.
over Blockbuster.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this news that's coming out now is in Spain.
I went
So,
to Spain.
How is it?
Well, I didn't use Netflix there, so I'm not sure. But
Well,
the country's great.
that's good to hear. But in Netflix, they have these new password changes rules.
Yes, they do.
That I don't even think that's a smart idea.
Mm-hmm.
And
It
then-
is.
Why? How?
Because it makes them more money, and it makes them where instead of everyone using the same password on the account, now people have to pay money.
well,
But that
now,
brings us to our next point, right?
yes.
Because what happened in Spain?
According to their first quarter reports in Spain, they lost around 1 million users, and it strongly suggested that because of these password rules and changes, this is the reason why. So, Nico, how you feel about that, huh?
Well,
And actually, you got to add on to that 1 million users because that's 1 million people just buying it. How
Yeah,
about
right.
password sharing? That
well,
might
what
be another
happens
extra
is
million.
when you raise prices, you lose customers. That's the law of supply and demand.
So you don't think the password sharing had anything to do with it?
No, I did. But I'm
Okay.
saying that doesn't change the amount of money they're going to make.
So with I'm a huge fan of HBO Max. There's more streaming services coming out since Netflix started. Do you think Netflix would still be a strong
Yes.
kind of top three?
Yes, they're number one. So I think yes.
Are they still number one?
I think they're going to always be a pretty strong competitor.
They have over 200 million users. That's more than any other ones. Disney and Apple have like 150 million or something. 100 mil.
I don't know, man. I'm interested in finding out how much HBO Max is.
How much does it cost?
No, how much their user base.
I would say under 100 million.
There's no way. Because they have all the best stuff now.
I don't know.
I don't go on Netflix at all anymore.
Yeah, it's been a while since Okay, it says Netflix has about 230 million, Amazon Prime 200 million, but you can't really count Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Prime Video, shall I say? Because even if you don't watch Prime Video, you still gotta have Prime for
Right.
Yes, right.
Right.
So then Disney Plus, then
161
Tencent,
million.
then HBO Max, then Hulu, Paramount, Apple, blah 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 blah, and then ESPN, which is also owned by Disney. So
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
so
Yeah,
you have to add.
You got Peacock all the way up there, too.
Yeah,
Number 18.
hey, I'm a big fan of Peacock.
Yeah, for The Office, right?
Yeah, plus
And it's free, right?
Wrestling? No. Well, you can have premium and it's like a free option too.
I don't know. Netflix is number one. So or they don't. I don't see them having any problems.
We'll see.
They would. I don't know. I got to see it to believe it.
I guess you'll see it soon.
We'll see. When's it going to happen?
I don't want to get. I don't want to say. I don't.
You think a certain company is going to get more users than them?
Yes, I think every single one of the competitors is going to start going up higher and higher.
You think they're all going to have over 200 million?
No.
I think it just opens up the door of opportunity for more competition to flood in. You know,
How?
it's going to equal.
You mean
I think that it's going to equal out. No, I think that you're going to see an increase in HBO Max, especially. It all depends on the shows that you get.
Yeah.
And Netflix has really been upsetting a lot of people with getting rid of a lot of shows.
Yeah, but Netflix always has something. They upset with a lot of shows, but they always have something every so often that brings in a huge that becomes a trend, becomes a trending topic. Squid Games, Stranger Things, whatever.
That's their biggest strength is their originals.
Originals is the way to go. You can't do covers.
Strength, yeah.
It's time for originals.
But honestly, you can say that's their problem was they invested too much on those originals too.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of originals that fail that we don't even talk about.
They spent billions of dollars on that. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean they struck it big with like Stranger Things and
The Dahmer Show.
Yeah, the Dahmer
They always
Show.
have something though that comes out every month or couple of months, you know. So there's always going to be people returning back to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not super. From what Walter says, he says like HBO Max and Paramount, those other ones. He says it's very much like you don't. They have a couple of good movies or shows and that's it. You know, then once you watch those, there's no reason to stay on there. So
You can say the same thing about Netflix.
I don't know though because Netflix. I've consistently used Netflix for years now because how I said every month or two there's something new on there. I watch Stranger Things, then I watch Seinfeld, then there's always something on there.
Well, I personally don't even watch TV, so maybe I'll just shut up.
What do you mean? You don't watch?
Not really, no.
No streaming services?
Barely.
You just play video games.
No, I'm busy and I watch sports.
Okay, so that's TV kind of.
Yeah, but not like I'm not like really a show person. Like I'm still on Sopranos. I started Sopranos in 2020.
Oh yeah.
I'm still on season 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
So do you do like the ESPN Live, like those? What's their streaming? Is it?
well, my grandparents have cable, so I use like their TV provider.
Okay.
Oh.
So if it's like a sports thing that's like literally every day, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
But there's other like YouTube's supposed to have sports.
YouTube has
or they do have it, right?
yeah.
Okay.
It's actually this past couple weeks. It's a big deal with YouTube and the NFL. They're all in a brand partnership now.
Okay, that's good.
Well, speaking of cable news, I know you guys want to talk about Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That big upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two major stars, like just
Fired.
completely. Yeah, fired, gone.
The same day or two.
Yeah.
Day or two apart. So how are we feeling about that? How you think the future?
I think it's going to benefit the people who got fired a lot more than the companies that fired them.
Why so?
Because I think they have more attention than those platforms are going to have without them.
I mean, I disagree completely. I mean, when you think about like Rush Limbaugh, who like pretty much owned Fox during the time he was on, ever since he's been fired, nobody talks about him. Nobody knows who he is anymore. Like,
yeah, that's true.
So it seems like once they replace Tucker with the next new late night star, then he's not going to be talked about. And same thing with Don Lemon.
Yeah, and I would say
That's-
Don Lemon does have like the cult following
Yeah.
that Tucker
He
Carlson
does or
has.
doesn't?
He doesn't.
He doesn't. Okay, well then Tucker will then.
He just switched it up now.
Tucker has it.
He said they're both going to do it. It might just be
Well,
Tucker.
I haven't seen as much evidence for the other guy, but I've seen more evidence for Tucker.
Well,
If-
Don Lemon was a huge star. Like, he was. But like you
He
said,
was.
he
'Cause
wasn't.
He was on ABC
Okay,
7. Wasn't he?
because
Yeah,
this
ABC.
is my point. If people like anybody, either one of them, if people like that guy enough, then when he leaves, they will still follow him. They
It
will.
still won't be the majority of people, but some people will follow him and want to
I
be
saw a
updated.
poll that said 60% of people that watch Fox are not going to watch Fox anymore because they're going. They'd
Yeah,
rather
but
watch.
I mean,
Tucker.
that's how they're talking with emotion right now.
Kind of, yes. You might be
'Cause they're
right.
upset.
Okay, but what about? I don't know. There's examples of both because you're right and wrong because there's people who do lose their show or their fame and people still follow them, and then there's people who like I don't know, Jimmy Fallon or whoever replaces the late what's his name, James Corden. I think he just left,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, he just left.
So some of those people still have a following after, and some don't.
Yeah, but you think that that's going to put the stations at a severe disadvantage? Like people are
Until
going to stop.
until they get somebody who is at that similar level. Which,
Well, they're going to have some people come in by election time.
Mhm.
yeah, but are they going to be as? Are people going to want to watch them as much as Tucker Carlson though?
That's yet to be said.
Right. That's
We got to see.
we got to see. Walter said maybe Joe Rogan.
Oh, man.
I don't see that. You know why? Because I think Joe Rogan just likes having his own stuff.
Yeah, I know.
He likes to have his own stuff, and he's not. He's very much he's too bipartisan for both of them.
He's in the middle, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't go on Fox or CNN.
Yeah. I don't know.
They
Interesting.
will have to pay him like a lot of money because
He's
I
already
think his
making.
deal was $300 million.
No, I think it was 100 million.
Yeah,
No, I think it's like 300.
I think it's 100.
Then let me do the Google. We all have computers.
it was
right
some
here.
sort of million.
Joe Rogan Spotify deal. It's
Okay, so how come
reportedly-
people still follow Trump even after he lost?
Well, once again, you're getting into the whole like cult, it's a cult of personality.
Plus, he's a
Oh,
president.
that song. Oh. So, like, if Obama had a show right now, you think people would still follow him?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Maybe you're right.
Look at Obama's Twitter account.
Okay, I guess. Okay. It's fair enough.
People will want to hear from Jimmy Carter right now.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't.
yeah,
No,
yeah, they would. I'm
wouldn't.
sure they would.
I don't think so.
Okay, his Spotify contract is up to
Oh,
200
200
million.
million? Wow. That's insane. He's going to be a billionaire.
No, well, we'll see. But what's on the next thing we got to talk about? Oh, the banking crisis.
Yeah, it's still going on.
Yep, and there's the second bank that's going on now.
No,
too.
I think it's the third.
Third?
I'm losing track, but first it was SVB, then it was Signature Bank, then it
Signature
was
Bank. I forgot about that one.
I thought there was another one. I don't know, but then there's what? What is this one called?
First Republic Bank.
First Republic.
Also, I think it started in San Francisco as well too. But now it's kind of like they're having problems, but it seems like the FDIC and the government's trying to regulate it a little bit as
I
well.
know, yeah. The problem is all the banks are under stress right now. Even J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, and all the banks are like that. So until the Feds drop interest rates, then those banks are still underwater. That's
Now,
the problem.
What I'm confused about is, back during the 2008, 2007, when that whole housing market crash happened, we were bailing out the banks, with our own money. The taxpayers had to bail them out. So why is something similar not happening if, it's such a big crisis right now?
Isn't that where the government gets their money?
Well, yeah, the government gets their money from us.
From us.
Yeah.
So they are using us. Well, the other thing that is a coincidence right now is the government has to backstop these banks at a time when they just hit the debt ceiling, like what we just talked about last episode.
Yeah.
So it's really bad timing.
Yeah, it is like bad time because they got to deal with that and also what's going on with the banks.
Yes, and they have to deal with the fact that inflation is through the roof and at a 40-year high. So they got too many things on their hands right now.
Yeah, and I think just now with the banks, they're trying to push it off as far as they can.
Yeah.
Like they don't really want to solve it now because they got the debt.
But what are you going to do if you're the Fed? Are you going to raise interest rates or are you going to drop interest rates? Because the banks cannot give out money to the people. If too many people go to the money or too many people go to the bank to get money, the bank does not have the money.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do if you're the bank or the Fed?
Yeah,
There's no easy answer.
yeah. It's such a hard job for the Fed now.
It
like,
is.
I don't know what to do.
They're screwed. They're screwed either way.
We got to switch to the yen as the currency.
I don't know about that. Let's
Crypto.
hope not. Let's
Crypto
hope
only.
Not. Let's hope not.
Start paying in Dogecoin.
That'd be nice.
No,
What's that on Shiba Inu or whatever?
no,
it's
that
called?
one's out of the picture.
Oh,
That
it's
one
gone?
is
Oh,
dead.
Bitcoin has been
Man.
coming back. I think Bitcoin and Ethereum both they've been coming up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What are you going to do if you're the Fed, Josh?
I don't know. I wish I had the eye of all being to answer that question, but I really don't know what I would do if I was in the position. And I
Okay,
really,
what would you do if you're the bank? I saw a statistic.
wait till the government say something.
Yeah, but what are you going to do if you're? I saw a statistic that said 1.6 trillion dollars of bonds is underwater right now from all the banks because that's how much they bought in bonds a couple of years ago. So what are you going to do if you're the bank and people want their money back, and you got whatever $200 billion of bonds that you're down 50% on?
Trust in God.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, honestly, at that point.
But okay. So next topic I want to bring up is Bed Bath and Beyond.
Oh God,
We got to pour out a drink for him.
I drove past there today.
Roses. Yeah.
Guess what I saw? I saw this thing on Reddit. This guy put $100,000. I think all of his money. He put $100,000.
I saw that. Yes,
Did
I
you?
saw that.
He's
Yeah.
down 90%. He lost his entire. he lost all of it.
Yeah, I saw that thing. That
He's
was
down
crazy.
95% or something.
Yeah, we put $100,000 on Bed
Yeah, what an
Bath & Beyond.
idiot.
Yeah, right.
I would
What an
never-
idiot.
I don't know.
That was his favorite store. He shopped there.
I
every day.
guess.
Yeah, but another retail outlet bites the dust.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Why though? What happened all of a sudden?
it's just like I think overall they just had like a bad business. Like
You know what business I think should go under? Best Buy.
why?
What? Because
Whoa.
what do they do?
They do a lot.
Yeah, don't
What
go
are they-
after Best Buy.
No, they don't. They sell things that you can get on Amazon always
But you
for
can-
cheap.
You could make that argument for literally
No, you
everything
can't.
now.
No, you
Yes,
can't.
You can.
No, you cannot.
Why
Because
go to Walmart when you go to Amazon? Why go
because
to
Walmart's
Target
cheaper.
when you go to Amazon?
Because Walmart's cheaper.
No, you are always going to find a cheaper deal on Amazon. No
And because
doubt.
you're not going to buy groceries and you're not going to buy clothes on Amazon when you could go to Target.
Not yet.
Well, unless
People
it's
do
super,
buy good groceries from Amazon.
You mean like from Whole Foods? I'm talking about you're not going to go online and be like, oh, let me order some bananas. No.
People do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know,
from
like
Whole
Flash,
Foods, though.
Flash Foods and stuff like that. That's been a huge app now.
What is Flash Foods?
So Flash Foods is pretty much all the food that's about to expire and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. They put that on a severe discount.
Okay.
And then you could either pick it up or deliver it. Like you get it delivered.
That's a real business.
Yes,
It's not gonna-
that's a real business. And but here's the thing. Like, so let's say like meat.
That's like going to a grocery store at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Take what
But
you got.
like, like meat that's about to go bad or like, has like a shelf life of a certain time.
Yeah, right.
You get it and then you put it in your freezer. So, they can't do that. They can't hold on to, the meat. in
But
the freezer for
Walmart
that
is going to
long.
be cheap. Walmart is cheaper than Whole Foods. That's why people go to Walmart.
Yeah.
And Target, people still want to see clothes in person and not buy them strictly from Amazon all the time. That's why. That's why Target and Walmart exist, and those aren't going out of business.
I don't know. There's just a big march for the death of brick and mortar stores. That's what I think. It's
Yeah.
it's coming.
I think there's a limit. I don't think it's going to be where every single one goes under.
No, I don't. I agree with that. I don't think that every single brick and mortar store is going to be closed down. But
Right. So some don't need to be. Bed and Bath Beyond, Carson's, Sears don't need to be. I don't think that Best Buy needs to be because they're more expensive anyways. But Target and Walmart, I see them sticking
You
around.
can get whatever from Best Buy. You
For
get a
way
washer
more.
and
It's way more
dryer,
money though.
Yeah.
You get a TV.
It's
Yeah.
way more expensive though.
You know they do price matching, right?
Okay, well every time I compare stuff there, it's way more expensive.
Did you do a price match?
No,
You should do a
Uh-oh.
price match.
I matched the price on Amazon, and the price was cheaper on Amazon.
That's still what I'm saying. Like you can go over there, like, hey, I found this price, yada yada yada.
Well, then why wouldn't they just put the price at that price?
Oh my god.
because people like you don't price match and buy it anyway.
But then I'm leaving, and they're not making the sale. So why wouldn't they just put the same price as Amazon?
I don't know.
That's
they
a
don't
good
want
Right?
question.
Doesn't make any
you
sense.
need to go over there and
I
ask,
should.
ask one of the
I
clerks.
can't believe you hate Best Buy so much. Like,
I don't
why?
Yeah,
hate it.
right.
It's useless. If we're talking about retail stores that could go under, why not them?
I'm shocked you didn't say GameStop or something.
Them too. It depends. It depends about if people need customer service for that industry. So GameStop, maybe they want to go ask GameStop questions or something.
But people still use that. What's the name of it? The The squad thing that they do.
Geek Squad.
Geek
Yep.
Squad.
People
Yep.
use Geek Squad all the
Okay,
time.
that's a good point.
That's a service that helps people with technology.
That's a good point.
Yep.
So
You don't even know how to use my MacBook.
you're right.
You need Geek Squad.
Yeah, man.
Okay, then Geek Squad should open up its own separate mini location, and Best Buy is. I don't see the point.
Why would that? That's an extra cost then.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Because if you're going to buy video games or a TV, why not buy it on Amazon for cheaper than going to Best Buy and paying more?
I mean, still, when people go up there for Geek Squad, they say, "Oh, I see a game I want."
But
Plus, they have price
it's
matching.
cheaper on. Okay, well, I didn't know about that. I would like to see
The same way you said people like going to Target and
Yeah.
getting clothes to see it. It could be the same thing.
You don't
said
need
for
to.
Best
You're
Buy.
not. You don't need to look at the Call of Duty game though. You just buy it.
I mean, if it's right there, grab it, take
Well,
it.
that's
if
another.
If you see a wash machine you want, it looks nice, grab it, take it.
That's what's going to go next, though, is physical disc. I mean, they're already starting that. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Online gaming. Yeah, you're not
They-
going to buy a physical disc anymore.
Then why do they still do that?
They're doing it because it's phasing out. It's not going to happen.
Hey,
overnight.
speaking of video games, we need to talk about the Activision deal.
I know it's on the list.
We need to talk about that.
Yeah.
But real quick before we leave this topic, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. How do y'all think brick and mortar retail places can still be profitable?
Well,
That's a great question because I mean, it's like nowadays, why would you go out of your house when you can just
Yeah.
order something? I mean,
I hate
besides
going out.
besides the fact that when you go to a store, you get it immediately. Like you go, you buy
Yeah,
it,
that's
and
true.
then you bring it home. So that's like
That's
that
a-
always is going to be a necessity. Like
That's one of the major advantages.
Yeah.
But Amazon is getting pretty close to getting there instantly.
Yes, they are.
Sometimes it's 4 or 6 hours away
yes,
you can
they
get
are,
it. So it's
especially
close.
with the drone service and stuff.
I
like
haven't seen that
that's-
yet, but
That's coming.
I have yet to see the drone in front of my house. But
Yeah,
but
that's gonna be cool. It's gonna be scary too. It's like if I
no, what I really want to see is that I want to see Domino's deliver me a pizza with that little robot.
Oh yeah.
A self-driving robot. I would love to see.
Well, have
that.
you seen the little Amazon robots like in cities and stuff?
They have them too.
Yeah, they have those too. So I mean, yeah, the convenience of brick and mortar store it's being phased out too. But like you said, some people they want to try on clothes. They want to see the object
Yes.
in person, and
Okay, what about Home Depot? Home Depot, Lowe's, because I have Home Depot stock. I think companies like those, I think those are very strong to where that would be very hard for Amazon to eliminate those type of stores.
What makes them so strong?
I just feel like they have a unique store
he just likes them.
What makes them strong and not Best Buy?
because
They don't give like a particular service out, do they?
yeah,
Like
I
Best
think
Buy?
so.
Is it like the Best Buy's Geek Squad or no?
Wouldn't you rather buy a plant in person than from
I
Amazon?
wouldn't buy a plant.
No, I wouldn't either. But I mean, just Adam would. Adam, what do you think?
Yeah, I like plants.
Yeah. See, what do you think? Would you rather buy your plant from a website or from in person at Home
just-
Depot?
Or
I
would you
mean-
rather just go to Jewel's or Strax's to go get plants?
Yeah, I mean, I would
Okay,
rather
but-
go in person to
okay,
get a
what about
plant
this?
because you want to see
Yeah.
if it's healthy or not.
And would you rather go to Jewel or Home Depot? Home Depot,
I would not go to. I would go to a plant store.
like the one in St. John.
yeah,
Okay. What about Home Depot has also. You're going to Home Depot for wood, tools. That's pretty much it, right?
wooden tools,
Yeah,
and
it should be,
and
yeah.
paint. or
It's the
something.
same thing as Menards, right?
home
Yeah.
improvement,
Home improvement.
yeah, anything like that.
But see, now let me give you an example. I just bought a bunch of stuff for home improvement and furniture refurbishing materials, and I was thinking about going to Lowe's or Home Depot because I heard they have like sales and clearance racks and stuff. But I still didn't go because it was too much of an inconvenience. I bought it all on Amazon. So you see, but I still.
You're just you're undermining your point a little bit there.
But
He's very conflicted. Okay, He's very
I still
conflicted.
think people would go to Home Depot to buy stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think Home Depot has a chance of going under?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying,
He
why
was
do they have
asking-
a chance, but not Best Buy? That's all I'm saying. What makes them the different between
Okay,
Best
then
Buy?
they all are going under.
Okay.
No, but seriously, I do think that there's always going to be
A brick and
a
mortar.
need. Yeah, there always is
yeah.
going to be a need for that.
I think Adam has the best point. That
People need to be going out more because how much I see y'all cry about being single and
Oh
not
my
having
God.
relationships.
Yeah.
Go outside in the real world. and
Yeah,
find
'cause
Go
somebody.
meet your love at Home Depot.
no.
Exactly.
If
while
you want,
you're,
if
while
you,
you're looking for lumber,
if
you'll
we're
look
being,
for love
hey,
too.
if we're being serious, I have a friend who met his longtime girlfriend at Costco. So things like that are very possible.
anything could happen.
Okay.
Anything could
If
happen.
it can happen at Costco, it can happen at Home Depot.
It can happen
Costco's another
anywhere.
one. Do you think they're going to go under?
No.
No.
They're great. I mean, their
Well, okay,
system is
here.
awesome, dude. Buying in bulk.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like
Okay,
fantastic
what I
system they
think
got.
might be another buffer between companies that survive Amazon and ones that get taken away by Amazon is how good they adapt to e-commerce. Because I think the companies like Carson's and Sears, they did not adapt as well. That's why we have like Kohl's and Macy's. They are still relevant because they adapted well. So I think Home Depot is probably the same way. Walmart definitely adapted well. That's why they're still around. So I think it's that, and then I think it's how Adam
You
said.
can get whatever from Walmart. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now another interesting one. I have Walgreens stock. I've been somewhat worried about Walgreens. Do you think Walgreens is anything to?
Why are you worried about Walgreens?
Because one minute I'm like, oh, Walgreens is fine. They are an essential place. How you said, very convenient to stop by, pick up what you need. On the other hand, you have Amazon still coming in with pharmacy businesses.
You're
and
always going to need a drugstore. You're always going to need
Okay.
a little like convenience store,
But
because that's for like, it's for emergencies. It's
Yeah.
for like, you know,
and it's always on the corner.
I'm on vacation. I forgot, you know, a shaver, a shaver. I forgot a razor blade or something to shave my face. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you need.
or you want
those things.
orange
Package.
juice.
Orange juice.
Because I go to
whatever,
Walgreens
yeah.
for orange juice.
Hey, there you go.
And
You're a
but
weirdo.
do you think? No, I'm not. Do you think that Walgreens could still go under and CVS could do all that stuff, right?
I think that there's enough competition for convenience stores that why can't you have both?
You can.
Yeah. So what's your worry?
Well, my stock's been going down for 5 or 6 years now. Why does it keep going down?
I have no idea.
It's Walgreens we're talking about.
Bad business model. Then I don't know.
They need some upgrading, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
All right.
on to the next topic.
Okay. You brought it up already. Let's talk about Microsoft and Activision.
Yeah, that's
So-
a very interesting one.
So what was that deal like a year and a half ago or something? That
Yeah.
Microsoft acquired Activision. So
They tried.
well, it's happening, but it's got blocked in the UK. So
I don't know if it's happening.
you don't think so?
Well, what doesn't make any sense to me is why is the news that the UK blocked it? Since when does the UK have to intervene between two U.S. companies? What do they have to do with this? Why
That's a good point. But when you think about it, Microsoft deals in Europe.
Yeah. Okay, they deal everywhere.
But still, if one big country is blocking us from like selling,
That's
our
not a big
product,
country. The United States is 10 times bigger.
I mean, it's still gonna
It's
hurt the UK
yeah.
sales, though.
Yeah.
But that's okay. But that's one country though.
Still, I'm not saying it's gonna really stop anything, but it is like a nice block.
That'd be like if Norway came out and said, "We don't like the iPhone. We're not selling it anymore." Does that mean Apple's just like out of business?
No.
No, they're going to keep operating.
Yeah, but that's still a market that they had lost.
Yeah, like 2% probably,
But why lose
Still
a
a
market at all? You know, like,
because that country doesn't want your product or your business.
so you're gonna try to do what I'm trying to say is they're gonna try to do everything they can as a business to prevent that because they don't want to lose any market.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
how are you
so-
confused?
Activision's trying to argue that they are not being anti-competitive, but the UK is trying to argue that they are.
I guess so.
That's the story.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think this all gonna be resolved in the next coming 6 months, though.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think I saw an interview from the Microsoft guy. He said they're going to change their minds once they realize that it's more anti-competitive by not letting us acquire Microsoft. I don't understand. I don't have a perfect understanding of the whole situation.
Oh, and it says this. I don't know if it's true. Yeah, it's Engadget. They said Microsoft inks another cloud gaming deal after UK blocked this Activision takeover. So even with the news, Microsoft is still going out there and acquiring more things.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be very interesting to see what
I think
Sony does with all this information too,
Yeah.
because Microsoft has been buying.
No,
a
I
bunch
saw
of
someone
stuff.
that said that Sony is actually more anti-competitive than them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at the amount of original games that they have, like exclusive games versus
Yeah.
Microsoft.
So how come
But-
they're not getting in
Well,
trouble?
because here's the thing: what does Activision own?
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And what's a number one, best-selling game
Call of
every
Duty.
single time? Exactly. So that's like when you take such a big title away from Sony, like
But I thought
that's
they
a big
weren't.
deal.
I thought they weren't going to do that. They weren't going to take it
they
away.
were talking. Well, okay. There was two things that I read. One was talking about yes, they were going to make an exclusive, and two, they were talking about okay, well, Sony could license out this game and put it on their consoles, but they have to pay us first. You know?
Yeah.
Which I don't I don't know. You're creating monopolies in games, but there's always been a monopoly. There's not a
Very
bunch
true,
of.
yeah.
There's not always been like a bunch of different consoles. It's always been Xbox,
Yeah.
PlayStation, Nintendo.
Like a
so-
duopoly.
yeah, it's exactly.
Same thing with Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah.
You can get other pops,
RC's around.
but aren't they owned by
RC's
one of
doing
them?
Good.
I don't
Isn't
know.
No, RC's their own thing. I think.
That's
I could be
independent?
mistaken, but I think it's their own. Yeah,
That's
look
some
this up.
nasty pop, bro.
Nuh-uh. Look up
Nasty.
who owns RC. There. Wait. Is an American brand of cola invented by Claude A. Hatcher in 1905.
Yep. There you go.
Keurig Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
USA.
RC Global.
Wow.
It's
Man.
the own thing. That's some nasty pop. It's flat.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's not the first choice. That's for sure.
It's legit
Anyways.
gets so flat after the
Yeah.
first sip.
Move-
After the first
moving
sip, it's
on.
horrible. Oh, this is what you wrote down. Tyson Foods.
Oh, yeah,
Self-driving semi.
So this is when you asked me earlier what stock did I buy. I bought more of this. I'm
Tyson Foods?
happy to be a buyer. They have 20% market share of all meat, chicken, turkey, and pork in the United States, and they do business with schools, hospitals, fast food restaurants, and they own a bunch of different brands you see in the grocery store. So I bought them. They're down. It's literally like at a 5 or 6 year low. And the other interesting thing that came out about them is Tyson Foods is now testing self-driving semi-trucks to deliver their food. So I like to see that because that's going to help out profit margins with the company. They also fired 10% of their executives to lower their costs. So that's another thing that will help with profitability.
I just saw an advertisement with Tyson, actually. That's funny
Did
you
you?
bring them up. Yeah, where they're talking about how they are specifically, like, they're trying to get more into, like, the health side of stuff.
Really?
But still keep, like, the junk food, like crispy chicken tenders and stuff like that. But
Oh,
now
I
they're
love
like,
those.
Yeah, but now they're talking about, like, oh, we make this. I think it's a separate product. I could be wrong. But it's made for the air fryer.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's even better news. Now I'm happier I bought the stock. I love those Tyson, the crispy chicken tenders. I had those last night. That's one of my favorite foods.
You had it last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I had 6 of them with mustard.
Oh, really?
Regular
That's
mustard
Really, that's interesting.
or honey mustard?
Organic mustard.
Ew.
Ooh, yeah, right.
I don't know about
Why
that.
is that ew? Because it's organic. What difference does that make?
Ew, organic. Ew.
Walter just told me that at Aldi and Target or some other store that their organic fruits had a pesticide or chemical on it, and people were going to the hospital from it, and they had to recall all the fruit. Imagine that. Imagine if you bought something organic.
What states were that? Like
I don't
all
know.
over?
I don't know. Hopefully it's not Indiana.
Well, I mean,
I ate a
all
bana-
fruit has pesticides.
Not the organic ones though.
Everything
That's
has pesticide in it.
How
No.
do they keep? Because what are they like? Do they have a separate like greenhouse? Like what's going on?
Maybe it's less pesticides.
Mm.
I don't know. But that's the whole point of being organic is that there's no pesticides. So who knows?
I think they're lying to us.
I'll have to talk to
Is
a farmer.
everything a lie?
Why do they charge more then?
What is the truth?
Everything is a construct and a lie.
If everything's a lie,
Everything.
just live in the fairy tale world.
Hey, yeah.
All right, on to the next
The
topic.
metaverse. That's
yeah.
coming.
No, not anymore.
Oh yeah, no.
Facebook, they stopped.
Oh, wow. Never mind.
We are in the chat GPT era now.
Oh, okay. My bad.
But we're in the
a few
AI.
years
Yeah, we're in
behind.
the AI thing. Guess what? I used ChatGPT to write a song.
Let me listen to it.
Okay.
You know what you should do? You should put Drake over it. You see that
Yeah,
stuff
right.
where like people are like using Drake's voice?
Yep.
Yes.
That's amazing. You gotta do that.
No, did you see the one? I saw the one where LeBron was wearing a pink dress. Did you
Don't
see
show me that one. No, don't show me that.
I saw
Okay.
one where Kanye West sung "Freebird."
Really?
Yeah. It's pretty
Okay,
good.
on to the
Pretty good.
next thing.
Okay, when you grew up, when you were growing up, did you ever play with Transformers, Barbie dolls?
I played with Transformers. I did not play with Barbie dolls.
You sure didn't even play with the little Ken doll?
No,
It's a joke right there, but
I didn't get. The
He
joke.
takes that very seriously.
very
I did not
seriously.
play with the doll. No, the only I played with maybe like Power Rangers.
That's a
I
good
have a
franchise.
Frankenstein doll, but I
That's
never.
weird.
No, it's not. I never opened it because it's in the package, so I
It's a
never played
collector's
it.
item.
It's a collector's
Yeah.
item. It's worth
Yeah.
$200.
That's nice.
Oh,
But,
it's
um,
nice. Yeah, it is.
You wrote this down. So what's going on with Hasbro?
Well,
stock price went
I
up?
brought. Well, kind of, yeah. So Hasbro was in the most recent years. Hasbro is normally about a $90 stock. Okay, well, it fell down to $52 a couple weeks ago. I bought a little bit at $52. Now it's like 60 something because they came out and the news is that they are partnering with one of
Yeah,
their
I say, didn't they combine with somebody? Oh yeah,
one of their competitors, Mattel. They are combining their Transformers licensing to make Hot Wheels Transformers, and they are combining. They own Monopoly, so then they're partnering with the Mattel to use the Barbie licensing to make a Barbie Monopoly.
Could you imagine a Barbie Transformer
I was
with
just
a gun?
about to say that would be sick. That'd be
They
awesome.
didn't come up with that combination, but they should.
That would probably be a hit
And
nowadays.
I thought it benefited because of a movie. Oh, I know.
The
Barbie
movie's
movie?
coming out.
Barbie movie, but that's not Hasbro. That's the Mattel. So Mattel should be.
It says Hasbro share spiked more than 13%.
Yes,
past,
and that was in one day. That was in one day. And I sold. Just so you guys know, I sold.
You sold on that day?
I sold because I don't long term. They also own Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering. I'm just not
There's
interested.
a Dungeons and Dragon movie coming out too. I think.
Is there?
It's out.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
I
is
should
that
have held.
already?
Yeah, it got like really good reviews apparently.
Maybe I should have held. Whatever. I don't know. It just didn't feel like the right stock.
So are we all seeing the Barbie movie opening night then?
No, we're gonna see Guardians of the Galaxy.
What? You guys
Yeah.
don't want to go see the Barbie
Actually,
movie?
I changed my mind. Margot Robbie is the Barbie. I will 100% go see
There
it.
you go. What more reason do you need?
You're gonna see it day one, night one.
Sure.
Jesus.
All right.
All
Moving
right.
on.
Can I get a lift?
Can you get a lift?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh my God. It's news with Lyft people. Lyft has a new CEO. Actually, what is his name? What's the Lyft? I will say
Kenny Rogers.
No, David Risher. He used to be the
He used to work at Microsoft.
some type of executive role, but he has now taken over at Lyft, and there's been some changes going on.
Good
with
for
Lyft,
him.
too. Yeah, it says Lyft fired over 1,000 people since he came in, and then more people are going to be going back to the office.
That's good.
Yeah, so that's probably one thing. We didn't bring this up in the past week or two. Biden let go of all. Said the COVID restrictions federally is all over.
Oh, I thought that happened. He said that like a year ago.
No, he said it. Well,
He
said it again.
tweeted the pandemic is over like a year ago.
Well,
Now
he said it again.
What's your guys' opinion on that whole working from home versus being in the office thing? Do you think that really matters that much?
Yes.
Yeah.
hmm
So
Yeah.
what do you guys? You guys are for the office?
I'm 50-50 on it.
I
Okay.
don't know either. And there's so many pros and cons.
I think 3 days out the week you can work. from the
Yes,
office.
I like that. Perfect. Hybrid. That's the answer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's certain jobs where why do you need to go to the office
true.
at all?
That's true too.
There's a lot of like bureaucratic jobs where.
But yes, but at the same time, if you're the owner, the boss of that company, you're probably going to see the workers. There's studies in this, so maybe I'm wrong.
The biggest arguments that I've heard is one, you're scared that they're not going to be as productive.
Yeah.
And two, people are scared that they're going to be working on other things as well.
Yeah,
On
or
top
they're
of
distracted.
Yeah. But my whole thing is, I think that people would become more productive.
That's possible.
I
too.
think that it's possible that they'd get their work out of the way quickly. You know. What are you doing?
I want
Is
him to
it-
look it up.
Oh,
And number two, wait, hold on. I
Adam,
number one was
is this
what-
part of your rant too?
No, this
We
wasn't-
haven't even
this
got
wasn't-
to that
We
yet.
haven't got to the rant yet. Okay. No, but I think that people would be more productive. I don't think that you need to spend 8 hours in an office with other people.
but okay, now here's what is missing: collaboration.
Yeah.
We have Zoom and Skype.
That's not the same thing
Why is it not the same thing?
because it's not in person.
Why does that matter?
Because you don't have the same human connection over Zoom that you do in person with working with people.
Some people feel more energized around people too.
And it forces you in the conversation more so.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But
You're right.
I see your point.
It does depend on the job, though.
Yeah.
It definitely depends on the job.
Yeah, I think it could be a
Okay.
good thing ultimately for people.
This says, on average, those who work from home spend 10 minutes less a day being unproductive. Wow. Work one more day a week and are 47% more productive. So there you go. It looks like the answer to the question is that people are more productive when they are working from home. However, all the big executives like Elon Musk that are hiring for Twitter and all these other people, how you just said, they want the employees back in the office. So there must be a reason for that. Who knows?
Well, yeah, it's just to have more control over your employees.
That could be too.
That's all it is.
I don't know if it's that simple. It probably has to do with productivity, but they probably haven't seen
And
the study.
like I said, they
Well,
don't
you
want
know what
other
I-
people working, another job on top
This
of
one
that.
says research found that remote and hybrid employees were 22% more happier than workers on site, And so it sounds like it's better. They need to stick with that, or at least do hybrid.
Or at least have the option.
Yeah.
Option
Because
works
there
too,
are
yeah.
some, like you said, there are some people, some weird people that get energized by being at the office
Yes.
and in person.
How does that make people
I'm
weird?
not.
And
I'm
what-
not
and-
one of them. I
and
like
hey,
working on my projects, getting it done by myself. And then,
I agree. Isn't one of the things we talked about before the show how there's a loneliness epidemic?
yes,
And
so
how
that's a
that
great,
would help.
That's a great point. Well, we can talk about that now.
Oh, we're
that's
going to
a good-
talk, all right.
That's a good transitioning.
I always have good transitions.
Oh, is this your rant now?
Well, no, we were talking about we were talking about the loneliness epidemic.
I'm like a
that's
lonely
happening.
boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a lonely boy, Mr. Lonely right here. So
Is this about to turn into like a red pill podcast right now?
no, I'm not like that. Not like that.
Is that Andrew Tate?
No, I don't know. I don't watch Andrew Tate.
I don't either.
Let's just keep going.
So
Yes,
you were referencing The Matrix then.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was referencing.
You were talking about the loneliness epidemic in America that's happening with Gen Z and millennials.
Yeah.
And that is because of unwalkable cities and unwalkable
Well,
communities.
it's
Well, hold on. It's
maybe
a mixture of things.
15%.
It's a mixture of things. It was unwalkable communities. It was
Too many Zoom calls.
Too many Zoom calls. And then I would say I think that when
Social
you're-
media.
and poverty, because when you're like when you
No.
don't have a lot of money, you're not going out
Poor
places.
people can talk on the streets together.
Yeah, but you're not going out to places.
You're
You're
not
not
going
going
out,
out to
though.
bars. You're not going out to restaurants. You're not
You
going
go
out
outside
to
on the
social
street.
gatherings. Yeah, you go out on the street with a sign that says, "Hey, I'm lonely. Please talk to me." Like, what do you?
No, go if you watch videos from like the 1930s. There's people on the block. They just hang out and talk.
Oh, well, guess what? Like we were talking about, walkable communities. You can't do that if you don't have
You're
a
right.
car. If you don't
So
have,
then you're stuck at home. You're poor. You can't go out.
yeah,
what do you do?
You live with your parents. Like it's a bad.
Well, talk
it's a
to your
bad
parents
thing.
then.
Yeah, you could talk to your parents.
But they're working.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
So what's the solution?
The solution is we have
More sidewalks or
More-
less social media?
more sidewalks, more walkable communities. I feel like with suburban sprawl, everything is, if you think about your neighborhood, all it is a bunch of homes on top of each other. And there's no libraries, there's no restaurants, there's no
Things that are in towns or cities.
In towns
So
and
you want
cities.
those things to be in your people's neighborhoods.
I want more access. I don't want it to be where
So you're talking more for like suburban. Areas, right?
cities aren't like that. You know, especially
Okay.
like we live like right by Chicago, and you know, working in Chicago, I see no issue with that. Like people walk around all the time.
Right.
They have scooters, they have bikes. It's never an issue there. But here, what do we have on this strip right now in Indianapolis?
It's just
Boulevard?
highway. It's just a highway.
It's just highway. There's no sidewalks. There's no.
Well, yes,
there's-
there is.
Sidewalk right there.
Okay, but if you keep going, if you keep going a little bit further,
No,
there's
you
no
can't. You're
sidewalks.
stuck.
Yeah,
You're
there's
stuck.
no sidewalks. There's nothing.
Yeah.
So what I'm talking about is we need to make it more grouped together, like more walkable.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But so you think though?
We don't need a bunch of homes on top of each other. We need homes and churches, libraries.
But where are
things-
people going to live?
You still are going to have that. If you look at I think it's Charleston. Could you look up where that's at?
Charleston,
South Carolina?
Yeah,
Louisiana.
is that what it is?
I think it's Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah, he's right.
Where that they have homes, but they built it a certain way where everything fits perfectly, and they still have communities there. It's still
Are you
You'll
talking about like it's in Michigan City?
yeah,
kind of.
Michigan City almost, yeah.
But Michigan City still has the same layout here, whereas you have 30 and
But
40.
look, so go up. Click on that. That's a great example right there. You have plenty of nature. You have homes right there. But look, there's a church. There's restaurants.
There's an
places.
ocean.
There's an ocean. But everything
You have a lake.
everything is walkable. We don't
Okay.
have everything's
Okay.
not walkable here. On top of that, I remember having a conversation with you about how everything looks the same. Like if you take a picture of California
We just
and
drove
then
across-
you
we
take a
did-
picture.
We just drove across the country 2 months ago. We saw everywhere. It all looks
It all
the same.
looks the
From
same.
here to Miami, it's
Because
literally the
all
same
it
thing.
is highways and the same fast food restaurants.
And it's the same Verizon, McDonald's, Arby's,
It's the
Walmart,
same thing.
Walgreens for like
So-
literally the entire country.
Yeah, and I feel like America's just gotten so ugly. And
Yeah.
I think it's because we don't have enough brick and mortar stores, and we don't have enough
We don't have enough
mom
brick and
pop.
mortar.
Yeah, we don't have enough mom and pop brick and mortar stores. We need more variety. We need more smaller businesses. We need less giant corporations
Okay,
where it's the same thing over
Okay,
and
I
over
thought
and
you said
over.
like 20 minutes ago that
brick and mortar stores are going to go.
Yeah.
I think that, well, I also argued that they're going to always be there
Yeah.
because of the convenience.
Okay.
But I feel like we need more incentive for smaller businesses to thrive.
I agree. But I don't understand what layout do you have in your mind of if the layout's not going to be like this where it's main highways. Stick around. It's not going to if it's not going to be main highways with businesses around the highway that have roads that lead into neighborhoods with the houses. How do you do that? So a picture like this, maybe that works as like a small little town or something, right? How do you do that on a mass scale?
There's always going to be farmland. There's always going to be.
Oh, there's a lot of farmland.
There's always going to be farmland. There's always going to be places where it is.
But I'm saying around here.
Around here?
Let's say from Gary to Lowell.
You're asking.
Yeah, how do you do that? How do you
like
have?
I said, you build more sidewalks, you build more public transportation, you build more ways around around town. You have less communities where it's just homes on top of homes on top of homes with very little land, very little backyards.
Okay, so what do you do with all those people and homes, all the people that live in all those homes and all these subdivisions here? There's 1,000 of them. Where do they go?
Indiana has more than enough land,
Yeah, they do. But that means you're gonna they build
those
new
homes that are already there.
us.
You're not going to get rid of those homes. If that's what you're asking. Those homes there are there already.
So then what
you're going to do is you're going to build up around it, and you're also going to make more trails, more sidewalks.
They're doing. They just did that by our house.
Yes.
But my next question.
That's a great step.
My next question is going to be, why are those people going to use that bike trail to go walk to the store or Dairy Queen when they could drive?
It's about having the option. There's plenty of people that having a car is expensive, man. Especially with gas, insurance. I mean, it's expensive. So if you have the option to ride your bike to get groceries, that's an option at least.
Yeah.
I know so many people in the city who don't own vehicles at all.
But that's because they're in the city.
That's
how cities are.
Yeah,
though.
they're in the city. They have it's more walkable, and they have public transportation, which is something that we lack, which we should have.
But that's done in cities where that's a very small portion of the country that is like that dense population type of area. So how are you going to do that across the entire country?
I don't think that we live in a dense population in this town right now.
I think north of Cherville is very dense.
I'm talking about Lake County as a whole.
Lake County, yeah, Cherville, Highland, Crown Point, St. John is dense.
Yeah, so
Lake County is just very spread out, though.
It's exactly. So that's why public transportation, I think it's something that it's a necessity at this point.
The population density in Lake County is 1,000,000 times heavier than if you go pretty much anywhere else in Indiana.
Yeah.
Okay, go south or east of here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Besides Indianapolis.
Besides Indianapolis, it is literally a farm.
Well, because
the entire state.
we are. So many people forget that we are Chicagoland. Like we are pretty much a Chicago suburb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not normal Indiana.
Yeah. So we are dense. We are.
But we don't have buses and trains that
don't
take us everywhere.
We have the Amtrak and all that.
Yeah, but how are you going to get to that if you don't have a car from Crown Point?
You ride your bike on the sidewalk right here.
Oh, okay. But what happens when the sidewalk breaks? Because there's so many breaks in the sidewalks.
Listen, when I was a teenager, I used to walk and skateboard from my house in Crown Point all the way to Dyer Skate Park. And I went to downtown Griffith, and I went to downtown Crown Point, all of that. And that was before this latest bike trail that was around.
Take Griffith as an example, because I think that's something that Griffith does well.
Yeah.
They have
You like the downtown
They
area?
have a downtown. Yeah. Why are there not more downtown areas like that?
And the square, right?
Yeah. And the square, Crown Point.
Because,
and Valparaiso.
And Valpo. But because that's the whole point of a downtown is you can't do that spread out. It's supposed to be a little dense focused area.
Yeah.
You can't have downtown be the whole state.
You have more access. All I'm asking for is more access to that downtown. So the places that are more spread out, you at least have a good path to get there without a car.
And you don't think we have enough of that?
I don't think we have enough of that.
Even though there is tons of bike trails around here.
There's not tons of bike
tons
trails that
of
will
bike
take
trails.
you.
There's tons.
There's not tons of bike trails that will take you to a downtown spot.
You can go to Chicago to Crown Point on a bike trail.
I don't believe it.
Yes, you can.
I don't believe it.
Are you
Yes,
talking about the
can.
one? Yeah, you can.
Can you?
It goes all the way down
Yes.
there.
Oh, I guess I believe
It goes through everywhere. It goes Hammond, East Chicago, Griffith, Highland, Cherville, Crown Point. It's all covered. And it goes.
So you think that we don't have a problem with?
I
suburban
agree.
sprawl?
I agree with a big part of what you're saying about maybe things are ugly or the layout's not perfect. I just don't see an easy solution for how you want to make So you don't want the whole country to look like Chicago. You just want it to have some of the characteristics that Chicago has to make living.
Or of a big city.
Yes, to make living a little bit easier, cheaper to navigate, easier to connect with people, and I guess have a better community or have the option to have a better community.
I think that the biggest thing is I just want a better community as a whole. I want people to be more social and interact more. And the way you could do that is by having smaller, mom and pop shops, by building up that community to make it more unique to that town.
Like Dynamite Music.
Going outside, going to Best Buy.
Oh, no, that's not. No, that's a corporation. That's the opposite of what he wants.
Hey, but still people are going outside.
I guess. Yeah, but it's not like
we need more access to Best Buys. We need a trail that leads right to the Highland Best Buy.
But Best Buy is not a networking or a dating site.
Yeah. But what did you say? You said that someone met their love in Costco or something?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So it is a dating site. It's the OG dating site. It's called human interaction.
But don't you think I don't think that's about the bike trail. I think that has to do with social media.
Yeah.
And 9/11.
Wait. What?
Wait, where did 9/11 come from?
You gotta explain that.
We just talked about this like a week ago.
Oh, we're talking about but that's different. We were talking
No, it's
about
not.
how the world has changed since 9/11.
Yeah, and that leads to social norms and the way you interact with people and how social people are. And how scared people are.
Yeah.
Fear is a big one.
Yeah, that was kind of like the death of America's innocence in a way.
So yeah.
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 But 9/11 changed, airports and airplanes.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. This is different.
And that and social media. Social media is more recent in the last decade, so
Did George Bush do 9/11? That's the real question.
I don't know. I never met him. But social media that's a big one. That's the heavy one in the last decade.
Yeah, for sure.
So ban all social media. Take it off the air.
That won't happen.
Yeah, I mean, you saw what happened when they tried to put restrictions on TikTok.
It's happening.
Is it happening?
Kind of.
Is it?
They banned it in all government facilities.
Have they ever heard of the VPN?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Is that our sponsor for today?
Yeah.
NordVPN.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this wraps up this episode.
I don't think so.
That's the last thing on the list.
Tons to talk about.
We talked about everything, man.
We could talk about this on another
Did
episode.
you guys know that there has been a 3x in the last 20 years of Americans aged 50 to 54 that have died from drugs, alcohol, and suicide? So we have a serious problem going on in this country. And Adam's going to give us his explanation on how to cure that problem.
Whoa, what? I didn't know I was doing that. That's a heavy task. Where did that come from?
Be more happy. Get more money.
Yeah, more money. Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, I like it. I think this all ties back into people are depressed because they lack. There's opportunity out there, but so many people get stuck in the corporate working world where every single day blends in, and you're not making enough money to really live. You're making it's wage slavery. You're making enough to barely get by, and that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's
I
the
think
solution?
I think that more having the option to work from home, I think that absolutely would help people. I think that higher, wages would absolutely help people, and a better sense of community would make people a lot more happier.
Yeah.
It would make people, interact more. You would meet new people. Having the value of having friends and not just like coworkers is so substantial to like your emotion level.
But you're saying that community aspect is pretty much solved by having bike trails, let me finish. The small shops like Dynamite Music, right? Or Region Rides. Okay.
When you go to a place like Billy's, right? You meet people there that are into the same thing.
It's a
small community.
It's the opposite of Guitar Center.
Yeah, it's like a small community. It's a little exactly. It is the opposite of Guitar Center, and I think that the reason why is you have the owner there.
Yeah.
And everyone flocks to this owner, and you're supporting somebody like their business, but at the same time, people go there and just talk about music. People go there
like most of them.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, that's a little community right there.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think that's because it's a mom and pop
and
shop.
Your aunt's salami shop next door.
Yeah, charcuterie. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she has a deli shop.
Okay.
Yeah, right next door.
And the record shop next door to that.
Yeah.
And the popcorn shop next door to that.
And guess what? There's all neighborhoods surrounding there, and people walk.
And the guy next.
They walk.
And the guy next door to
Even
that.
in winter, they walk.
Yeah, I've done it.
Because
The guy-
it's easy. It's all right there.
And the guy next door to him is the guy that sells moose heads and guns.
Yeah.
I think Adam's new nickname is the Option Man.
Do you trade options?
No, just
Oh.
have options about everything.
Oh.
He
But
should start
anyways-
trading options now, though.
Yeah.
But what I was trying
That's
to ask
new.
was
That's his new nickname, Adam the Option Man.
Adam the Optimist. So if we go back
Optimus,
to trying,
Optimus Prime.
if we try to fix the community thing, you're saying having bike trails, having the mom pop shops,
Mhm.
and is that it? You can still go on TikTok
I think that. Well, yeah. I mean, you're not going to get rid
and
of social
libraries,
media.
and you want libraries and hospitals in your
Libraries.
neighborhood,
Yeah, closer to neighborhoods. Yeah, that's right.
closer to neighborhoods.
Yeah, closer to neighborhoods.
But isn't like okay, you know the Crown Point Library?
Mhm.
That's right in there with everything. There's a bunch of houses around there. You
Mhm.
could walk to that library.
Yeah, right. That's a great example.
What about downtown?
Crown Point has an amazing community with people who love to live there.
What about downtown Cherville?
Downtown Cherville is like completely because here's the
You have a
thing.
skate park. You have
With downtown-
Josh lives there.
With downtown Cherville, I live in Cherville, and I'm
Yeah.
way far away from downtown
Yeah,
Cherville.
that's true.
I can't walk to downtown Cherville, so it's
And
like,
what are you gonna do there? Go to the cops?
yeah, right. There's not really a downtown there. There's not much of a downtown.
Yeah.
So I think that we need to build up our communities. That's all it is. We need to build up and support smaller businesses and have easier access to get to those smaller businesses.
Okay.
That's
I
all.
like that.
Yeah.
So, and the other part of that I missed was public transportation.
Yeah, public transportation. I think that pretty much everywhere needs public transportation. Some sort of public
Buses,
transportation.
scooters.
I agree with that too.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. Even if you live in like Farmville.
If we
okay?
had more public transportations, your Mr. Musk and those electric cars would
Mr.
be over.
Musk.
Be
Oh.
over with.
Well, why don't
It'd be over with.
they're going to have Teslas
It'd
be
be over with.
self-driving? So
It'd
the-
be over
the
if we had more
self-driving-
public
The
transportation.
self-driving Tesla will be the transportation.
Imagine if we had like real buses or like real trains.
Yeah.
It would stop
those
all
Harry-
of that. Those
the Harry
problems that we
Potter-
have with the environment,
with
things like
Russia.
that.
Yes.
Be all
Yes.
gone. It'd be
Or
all
we
gone.
can have those double-decker buses they
Right,
have in
right.
Harry Potter. You could fit a bunch
Yeah.
of people on it.
Bring back trams everywhere. I want trams everywhere.
But what was I going to say? So, in other words, other piece of that is helping those small businesses succeed.
Mhm.
That is hard. That is difficult.
Mhm.
There's some things out there that do that. 1 million cups in this area, they do that.
the big cell.
The big sell,
Mm-hmm.
even though I lost. But I mean, how else are you going to do that? Because like a state like Illinois, that's why I shut down my business because of their
Because
laws.
it's predatory towards smaller businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something that you got to go to like the state. You have to like on a state level. You have
Call
to,
Walter. If
Yeah,
you guys
right.
need his number, I have it. Starts with 333. I think it's 333-6534.
We need more representatives that actually talk about these issues.
Right,
because we
like
don't have
Dan
that.
Durnell.
I'm not supporting him. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I'm not gonna say.
Wait,
that,
hold on.
but-
Did this just turn into like
Yeah,
a
right. Did he
voting
just,
episode?
Yeah, right. I don't know what he's.
Hey, politics is very
he's talking about 9/11. He's talking about Dan Durnell, local politicians.
politics is very involved into stocks and the economy. We're talking about investing, the economy, and politics are all very involved with each other.
Very true.
Yeah.
Up next, what video games are you looking
Whoa, he
forward
wants
to the
more.
most to getting into this year? Besides that James Bond and Skate 3 that we're getting.
You talking about what video game I'm?
Is it
looking
James Bond
forward-
game?
I bought him a James Bond from like 2005.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
talking about GoldenEye? No,
No,
GoldenEye's from like
it was-
'97.
Nightfire. Yeah, Nightfire. You ever play that?
No, but I played. What year did Casino Royale come out? Is that the name?
2008, 2009.
Yeah, that was around there.
Mhm.
That was an awesome movie.
It was a good movie.
That was like the coolest James Bond movie, I think. The newer ones,
Dun,
at
dun,
least.
dun, dun, dun.
I like Skyfall.
Skyfall is
That
cool.
one's okay.
I like
The world is
Skyfall.
not enough. That's the one I like.
All right, back to the question. What video game is he? I will say it's been a good year for video games so far.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
The Harry Potter game was a success.
What's that? They made a Harry Potter game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
On what, over
We
which
talked about it on an episode.
over which movie?
No, it's
no,
like
you
a
create your
yeah.
own. You're in the world. It's an RPG.
Yeah.
What not industry, what gaming console is that available on?
All of them.
All of them.
All right, how much does it cost?
Probably $70.
All right, well I'm buying it. We're gonna
Oh yeah, it's not available on the PS3 360.
It's not?
No.
You just said it's available on all.
Yeah, the ones that are still
the
being
current
used.
generation, yeah.
But you said we could play it on yours, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm buying it.
He still has the first generation Xbox. Everybody.
No, because didn't they make one before the 360?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
I don't have that. I have the 360.
No one. There's not a new game. They stopped making new games for that in 2014.
Yeah, but if you have high technology, you can actually play those games on Adam's Xbox.
Yeah, because he
yeah,
has
the
an
backwards
Xbox.
compatibility. Yeah.
Right.
You have an
Yeah.
Xbox One, don't you?
No, it's a Series X.
Oh, so you have the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, told you.
Yeah, it's not a 360 though.
I don't care.
This guy's so stubborn.
But back to the video gaming. It's been a big year.
Yeah.
I heard good news about.
So what are you gonna do about Sony? You buying the stock?
I don't see any big news.
Do you still have Wynn Resorts?
No, I saw
It's at
that.
$114.
I know, I saw that. I should have waited a little
Do you have
bit.
Starbucks?
Yes.
Starbucks is at something. It's up there too.
Yeah, because I bought it like 90 some odd.
You bought it high and it still
Yeah.
went higher.
I know. God is good. But back to the video gaming stuff. Yeah, it's been a big year. I don't know what's another big Sony release that's coming up. Oh,
Mario.
no, that's not. That's Nintendo.
Well, they're both in Japan.
The
Yeah, but
The movie just came out.
great movie, shall I say?
Is it?
Good movie. I want to see it again.
I gotta see it.
But stop cutting me off. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
That's gonna be a big release this year for
Yeah,
Sony.
for sure.
Yeah.
All those. I mean, I think that they're making a Wolverine movie or a
Really?
Wolverine
Yeah,
video game now.
they
I
are.
want to see the Flash.
They're coming
Yeah.
out with a Suicide Squad game.
Really?
Yeah.
People still care about that?
I mean, they need this win. Like Warner Brothers, like
Didn't make-
Rocksteady. Like
Yeah.
last year with the Gotham Knights thing, it wasn't like received well.
They
I still haven't
They didn't
played
make a
it.
second move. Did they make a second Suicide Squad?
The movie, yes.
They did. They're not a third one though.
No, not
it's
yet.
over with.
Oh, is it done?
They're about to rebooting the entire thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The
I didn't
last
know
thing
that.
is gonna be the
Rebooting,
Flash
it's-
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, now they do reboots like right after. You know, they're like, oh, yeah.
They're remaking the Suicide Squad.
No, I don't know what
It's
their
a-
plan is.
Yeah, I don't know.
How can
either,
you remake
but-
a movie you just made?
Not remaking a movie, but it's gonna be like a different storyline. So like they're
Oh.
gonna cut off that and just do something else now.
We
Nico,
need-
you look very troubled by that
Yeah, I am. We need new people over there.
in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They literally just got new people. James Gunn is the new head of Warner Brothers Entertainment.
Isn't that the guy who makes Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
He left Disney for Warner Brothers now. So yeah, yeah.
Hey, did you see what's happening with Disney in Florida?
Yep.
Them suing DeSantis. Yeah,
Yeah, what happened?
I really don't know what's up.
Okay,
about.
Adam, can you explain?
Yeah, so pretty much what is happening is they're going to be taxed more. And
Disney
Disney,
is?
yeah, because I guess
That's what they said was like unconstitutional or something like that.
yeah. So because Universal, the Ron DeSantis, his whole thing is like, oh well, Universal doesn't get those tax breaks and all this stuff, yada yada yada, and everyone's saying, well, Disney supplies so many different jobs, and it's like the main reason why
People
go to Florida. So that's
Mhm.
the whole. At least from my gathering, that's the whole.
So what's
controversy.
gonna be the conclusion? What's changing?
Yeah, to be continued.
You gotta listen to the judge. I don't know.
Yeah,
Because
to be continued.
because isn't what happened like a year and a half ago was DeSantis went after Disney and he made them pay more in taxes or something, right? Or he took away their land or whatever.
I don't know what's been going on. With them.
people are just I guess I don't know if it's a serious threat or not. I can't imagine it being, but people are saying that Disney's looking to move out of Florida.
What?
Yeah,
That's
and like I said, I
impossible.
can't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't imagine that being because that would cost so much money for them.
No, they have no place else to go.
Yeah, right.
Where else are people traveling to in January?
So I think that's what this suing is it's an attempt to not
get back.
Yeah.
Get back what they want.
Right. Right. And here's another thing is Miami is really building up. Like it's huge.
Is
like
it?
if you look at like how much the population in Miami is
Oh
increasing
yeah, because
by,
of COVID.
Yeah, and on top of
Yeah.
that, people from New York are moving to Miami. It's
Yeah.
not just like a Republican like people are like all the
Well-
Republicans are afraid because a lot of, it's becoming more liberal.
No, I read something that said the Democrats are afraid, and they said that that's why they're leaving Florida because they feel like they're scared or they're not.
Well,
welcomed
here's
or
the
whatever.
thing. Yes, it's because Ron is, he's putting out like a bunch of like, the don't say gay bill and all that
Yeah.
stuff like that, all those laws into place. But it's going to be interesting to see his reelection because
Yeah,
a
it
lot of
is.
people are saying like he's not going to get reelected.
Well, compared to like Trump and Tucker Carlson and those guys, his polls are way down.
Yeah,
They're,
right,
It's pretty low.
right.
But Florida would still remain Republican though, right?
Probably
no,
so.
well,
Yeah.
no. Here's the thing. It depends on how many people. Like I said, it is really built. My aunt lives in Miami, and she's saying like everybody from like New York and like more liberal areas are moving.
But
to
that's still
Miami.
just
So they're gonna vote different.
Miami.
That's still just Miami. But you also have to take into account like Illinois, is a pretty Republican state except for
It
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago is
But
the only.
still,
It's the population. If one city is extremely,
Yeah.
dense and it has, one side.
And the thing about Florida is Florida has a lot of those type of cities.
Yes.
Florida has
Yeah,
Tampa,
yeah.
Orlando.
Orlando's very
Orlando
liberal,
is
yep.
yeah.
So it's interesting to say the least.
Yeah. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
What happened then DeSantis would just lose and he'd be like, what do I do now? Maybe I could be Trump's VP or something.
Yeah.
No, I think he's
His
going to run it.
fixer.
He should run in 2028. I think he should leave it alone this in 2024.
I don't
Just
think
wait
he
till
is though,
2028.
right?
It seems like he's going to run for 2024.
Yeah,
Even though
that's what they're making it out
Even
to
though it
be.
looks like he doesn't have a chance.
That's what
Now,
it's-
okay, I have a question. How is let's say Trump is leading.
He's
Let's-
not going to lead.
Well, he is leading. But let's say he wins. How is the VP determined?
They
he
choose him.
chooses, yeah.
Well, he picks them?
Yeah.
Does it have to be like a certain what's the requirements?
There's
If
no
he
re-
picks you, you
Yeah.
can be the VP.
Oh, really? You don't have to be like a senator or like anything?
I don't know. Who cares about a VP?
Well, what if he picked DeSantis?
Okay.
Well, that'd be interesting.
All right. We got anything else to add or no?
that concludes everything I want
Walkable
to talk about.
cities.
Better community, happier people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Everyone's so depressed and bogged down. I
Yeah,
don't wanna see it happen.
why are we depressed?
It's because of all those things.
It's because
that
of
we
living
talked
paycheck
about.
to paycheck.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah. And we're not having enough interaction with each
Ban
other.
the credit cards.
no, I wouldn't say all that.
No debt allowed in this country.
That's fire.
If you can't buy it, don't buy it.
Get rid of student loans.
Yeah.
I thought they did that. Yeah, Joe Biden.
Joe Biden is a
If you-
liar.
If you're listening to this, if you woke up from your nap, you got to listen. I thought they did that last year.
Oh man.
Let's go, Brandon. What's
Wait, I thought they did
Is
that.
this am I on a conservative talk show right now?
This podcast is way more political.
What did I get myself into?
This podcast is way more political today than it is about investing. I thought they did that last year where they got rid of.
It got blocked by the courts or judges
Really?
or whatever.
So you have to pay them.
It's still on a pause,
Yeah, it's not gonna get passed.
It's not. So you guys are paying.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
They got everyone hyped up for no reason.
Yep.
That was like people thought that was gonna
It's a
happen.
good way to get votes, man.
How is it gonna get votes if?
I'm saying it's a good
It's a
way
good way.
to get votes. That's
But it
he
didn't
ran
happen,
he
though.
ran on that though. He ran. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like the same thing with.
But didn't he have all Democrats in the House and the Senate?
that
Yeah,
still
they
doesn't
all
mean
voted
anything,
for
man.
it, but you have to understand like when Republicans still can block that.
Even if the Democrats have majority,
do they have the majority
they
right now?
not now, but they
Yeah.
did. They did.
Oh, I think that
the first 2 years.
I don't know why it didn't get passed then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm saying like the courts ordered they blocked it.
The
Like in different states.
The Supreme Court.
No, I think just different courts in the state they blocked it.
Oh, kind of like the abortion thing, where it's up to the state.
Somewhat kind of, I think. I don't know. I don't know anything about politics. I really don't know
All right,
anything about anything.
Someone, can you guys phone in Walter?
Do
Colin Walter.
All right. But I think that's it for episode 48 of Stock Talk with Josh and Nico. My friend Adam,
Yes, sir.
thank you again for joining us.
Of course, absolutely. Whoa, not gonna shake my hand. on
That was
camera.
weird.
Whoa, yeah.
But then, Nico, you got anything else to add?
Hallelujah.
All right.
Happy birthday, America.
Happy birthday to somebody's birthday is today. I just forgot.
Happy birthday to that person whose birthday it is.
It's got to be somebody's B-Day today.
If it's your
Yeah.
birthday today, I want to wish you a happy birthday.
Yep. This is a special shout out to you.
And
Happy
thank you all
birthday.
for tuning in, listening. We're out of here. And to greener days ahead. Bye-bye.